between South Africa and Pakistan here at Supersport Park in Centurion. Just want to check, cameras all good? Great, it is a fully in-person press conference, so we'll look to get started with Ongama.
Thanks, Lucy. Hi, Dave. Obviously, got off a good start in Durban. How determined are you guys to get over the line here to win the series, given that we haven't won a series in a long time?
Yeah, very, very determined, to be honest. As you said, it's been a while since we last won a series, but great to start on the front foot and just put everything together in getting 180 and actually bowling really well, I thought. So yeah, I mean, we spoke about starting well against Pakistan and not letting them in, and so we did that. So hopefully we can keep it going.
And just lastly from me, we've lost quite a lot of series, and those types of results can have sort of an impact on the side. How is the energy and the vibe in the team?
Yeah, the energy and vibe's always good amongst the group. I think if you're looking at the series, we've tried out a few different combinations in the last couple of months, and look, it's not great losing series. I totally get that, and yeah, so hence we want to try and correct that this series and start the series against Pakistan really well for the ODIs and tests. So yeah, it's important to start well.
Great, Stu.
Hi, Dave. I guess one of the features of your knock the other day was just how conventional the shot making was, with a lot of power. There was no ramping and reversing. And was that just deliberate, suited to those particular conditions, or are you still open to getting creative with your shot making in different circumstances?
Yeah, I think, look, I've been playing for a long time now, and I tend to think I'm quite stubborn at times, but look, I've never really looked to expand my game against pace with the lapping and reverse lapping. When it comes to spin, I'm very open to those kind of conversations. And I look, it's something that I will definitely work on, in the nets. But my plan A, B, C is so, and then if I really need plan D, then I might bring out the lap. But in order to do that in the game, I feel like I do need to work on that in the nets more and get a little bit more confident in that. But yeah, I think, look, it came off really nicely the other night, and I was really grateful. And just looking to get into really good, strong positions and making sure that I'm playing the ball according to wherever they're bowling.
You had mentioned it, I think, to Polly before the game, that you gave this little knowing smile when you said it, that you felt you were hitting it very well. Is that any different to how you felt the last time you played for South Africa, or is that just something that came through?
What, against India?
Against Pakistan. Before the game on Tuesday, I think you said it to him that you felt you were hitting it really well and you felt in good nick about it. Was that something that has come along through the year, through the leagues you've played in, or was it just something that has clicked for you, I don't know, in the India series or even in the gap between India and Pakistan?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I feel really composed and calm at the crease. I suppose I get really nervous. I really do. There's a lot of butterflies that go around and a lot of thoughts that go into one's head. But I think over the years I've really tried to channel that into how to deal with it, as opposed to getting scared of an occasion or a situation. So I think I've learned how to deal with those kind of things and the pressure. And yeah, I mean, I have been feeling really good. I know what I'm capable of, regardless of what people think. And everyone has opinions and stuff, and so they're allowed to have. But I'm just really being quite resolute as to what I want to achieve and how I go about it. And yeah, it's been a really cool journey, and I've obviously played for a while now, so I kind of trust myself even more in whatever that is.
Just to go back to that knock in Durban, I imagine the hardest thing to do is to bottle that feeling. What do you guys do to try and sort of come out tomorrow and be pretty much the same again?
Yeah, I think the nature of international cricket, you can score 100 and you can score 0 the next game, or you can score 0 and score 100 the next game. And that goes for bowlers, the team as results. So I think the main thing is to really park that. We take all the positives from that game. Going into game 2 with a lot more confidence, a lot more momentum. But it's a new game, so really making sure that we start really well again. Fundamentals become, the basics become really important. Getting off to good starts, throwing the first punch, having good energies, and showing our presence. So I think those kind of things, you got to start all over again and create a new game, and hopefully, guys put up their hand and really, put in big performances, because that's what it's about. It's just about starting again, really, and being aware of what we have done well and what we haven't done well, and moving to the next game as quick as possible.
Sorry, we'll just take one more from Sim and then
Sorry,
Ngoma.
you talked about being nervous quite a bit. Your place in the team as a finisher demands that you're the one guy who's supposed to be nerveless. How do you manage that sort of dichotomy?
No, I think it's just human nature to get nervous. Like my stomach, I get a little, butterflies and those kind of things. I'm not Iron Man, so I certainly do get nervous. A couple balls. Once I get into the middle, then those kind of things kind of fall away. But it's always sitting in the dugouts, waiting to bat. It's like that, and just you want to get going. Hence, batting middle order, you wait until you bat. So it's it's those kind of things that I'm talking about. I do feel those nerves, as everyone does, and I think over time, I know how to deal with it. I know how to not allow that to make me scared of the situation. I just want to go and play my game and just deal with it better.
Okay, Ngoma.
And just we're talking about playing that finisher role. Obviously, you played a newish role in Durban. Are you going to Rob and say, hey, maybe this is a position I should be batting in this format? What does he think about it?
No, he spoke to me before the series and said he would like to bat me higher up the series. So I would love to take that on, and so I did. So it was just really nice to actually get out there and play the brand of cricket that I know I can, and have more time of overs in the game. So it was really nice that it came off, and it's not really a conversation that I have had too many times, but I've always been one that whatever situation I get put in for the team, I'd like to really nail that down and do it the best of my ability and put in a match-winning performance. So I'm looking forward to that number 4 role of the series and really taking them down.
Stu, to wrap us up with a couple.
Just a couple on a couple of teammates. Firstly, on Kwena, you're going to be playing with him in SA20 and Paul. It was quite noticeable from the coverage the other night that you were very much by his side as he at the top of his mark. Can you just tell us what you see with him, and also the kind of information that you as somebody that's senior in the team is sharing with a teenager?
Yeah, it is something that we've spoken about as a team, and coaches have obviously related as well with Classy being captain and being keeper. It's quite difficult to have those conversations every ball, so you just can't. So I've part of the meetings and kind of very much in on the plan and what we're trying to achieve. And I think it's just more trying to help that process of communication being a lot quicker, having 1 minute to turn around with the next over. So I think it's more just helping out Classy being behind the stumps. He's obviously still captain, doing all the decision makings and stuff. I'm just kind of trying to simplify things for the bowler in what plans we're trying to do, and obviously give them the information that is needed. I think everyone knows and can see he's a serious talent. He's done incredibly well, and he's got serious pace. He's got raw pace, and he's got a bright future. And I think I really enjoyed standing there and working with him, and I look forward in Paul Royals to be working with him there. He's mature. He knows what he wants. He knows his fields. He knows his plans. Obviously, it always comes down to execution, but that's still things that we're all working on, really. So, I think he's got a lot to offer. So it's great to have him in the team.
My next one, presumably there'll be a fine for him after the series, given what he did, halting the bus. But does George now have kind of a minder for him for these next 2 games to make sure that he's on time?
Yeah, I don't know how that got out, but yeah, he was. Oh, did he say it? Fair enough. Yeah, look, we do pride ourselves on those kind of small disciplines as a team, and we're all human. He did make an error, and it's okay. He got man of the match, so we'll kind of let it be for now. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be late tomorrow, but maybe he can be late for like a warm-up or something, so that it's not so bad. And then, yeah, hopefully it's not a habit now. But no, look, I think with George, he's played a lot of cricket in his career, and he knows his game really well. And yeah, I don't really know him to be too much of a drifter in the sense of being late, so I don't see it going again.
Great. Sim, to take us for one last one.
I don't know if it's been a coincidence, but a lot of the teams around the world are sort of finding themselves with the formats overlapping. You know, the test against Sri Lanka just finished the other day, and then the next day there was a T20. Do you guys feel like we're straying into a territory where we might have to almost pick totally separate squads in, looking at the overlap?
I mean, it so obviously works out that this is the case, but I don't really see it happening, to be honest with us. The amount of test matches that the guys play in the year is minimal, as everyone knows. So, compared to England, Australia, and India, there's just a lot less test matches. So I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Obviously, it's happened now, this situation, but no, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all.
Great. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Dave, for your time.
Thank you.